Chance Clay, aka the person that left a comment with the most amount of likes on the last video for customs in LEGO DC Supervillains. Today we've got All Might, both the Weekend State and, of course, the All Might version, welcoming us to a brand new episode. I do hope that you guys enjoy today's episode. Of course, don't forget to hit that like button down below, guys. As soon as we reach 1,000 likes, I'm going to take a peek in the comment section and look at the comment with the most amount of likes. So even if you don't want to leave a comment, just take some time to go on ahead and thumbs up a comment that you agree with, and then we're going to build whatever character we see there. Now, I do want to clarify something, because it seems like still, to this day, and I'm sure that even me clarifying it right now probably will not fix it, but I figured I might as well try. I wanted to let you know that we've already built a lot of characters that you guys keep suggesting, like Deku, like Shoto Todoroki, like Stain, like Weak All Might, like Shota Aizawa, like Katsuki Bakugo. We've already built those characters, and of course, we've already built All Might. So we have 5 other character slots available in our customizer here. So before we do a showcase video, which hopefully will be pretty awesome, that means that there will be 4 other characters after this guy that we are going to go on ahead and build. And today's suggestion, as I said at the very top of the video, comes to us from Chance Clay, who had suggested, hey Blitz, can you do Tenya Iida or Iida? I think it was Iida, wasn't it? I'm surprised. I think the L is silent. Iida, engine leg guy, which is a pretty funny name for a superhero. So that's exactly whom we're going to go on ahead and build here today. Obviously, we're going to put together the superhero version of him. So keep that in mind, that it will be the superhero variation costume, not the I guess, like, what is it, school outfit type thing that they wear, all of them at school. So keep that in mind. All right, so with that being said, of course, let's get to work. We're going to remove that. This is actually the first time that we're going to actually maintain the super fast speed, because if there's any character where that made perfect sense, it would be with this guy, who was really, really cool. I remember the fight with Stain was just so terrific. I don't really want to spoil it, but where we see him deliver this. Okay, well, I'm like, I don't want to spoil it, and then I continue to spoil it. So I'm going to stop talking there, because I don't want to spoil it any further than that. Now, actually, what heart do we choose? Maybe the white one here, or silver one? I think that should work pretty well. We'll pick the standard health type. Okay, so we've got all that figured out. Now, we're going to go into the abilities section, and we're going to go on ahead and set some abilities. So first of all, we will give him some double jump. In fact, you know what? Honestly, I almost feel like it makes sense to go on ahead and give him the hyper jump, because he can really be able to like boost like crazy sometimes using the jets on his legs. So I think that that will be fitting for this character. Obviously, we're not going to give him the grow ability. That would not be really applicable here at all. I don't think he needs any bolts either. Unfortunately, that would not be really applicable at all. Now, teleport will be kind of cool, because it'll actually look as though he's like running super duper fast, which I think will look sweet. I think that one will look cool. And then we just need to do a little bit of recoloring. So what we'll do is we'll do like a blue, and maybe there we go. I think that looks cool. All right, so we've got that figured out. Now, for the hold ability, there's really nothing that would be applicable here. Maybe actually an attack of some sort. Nope. Nope. Okay, these are all elbow drops, so I don't think that'll be fitting. For circle, I think we're just going to make him be able to just fight normally. And I think that will be that. I don't think we had anything set up. Oh, we actually did have something set up to the hold, so let's remove that. Okay, excellent. Now, as far as other abilities, we will give him acrobatic abilities. I feel like technology is at least somewhat applicable. He can kind of wall climb, more like wall run. So I think that'll work. Nah, beam deflection would not really apply. X-ray graffiti. Tracking, I guess maybe is possible. I mean, after all, he did track down Stain, so that kind of makes sense. And so, it is time for our design. So, first and foremost, I guess let's figure out the hair situation, which I feel like maybe sort of. Wait, what's happening? Why can't I pick that hair? Oh, there we go. Whoa, why is it blue already? That's so weird. But we're going to go with like a dark blue for his hairstyle. It can be a little bit more spiky. Like, we can give him a bit of a longer haircut like this, but I feel like that is not quite as accurate. So I think the smoother hairstyle will be applicable here. Maybe this one, actually. No, because I think his hair goes the other way. That would not work. I mean, that one is not bad, but I feel like that's too short of a haircut. And I feel like that's just not accurate at all. Same with that. So I think we'll go with this one. No, sorry, not this one. I'm mistaken. This one. Okay, so we've got the dark blue. Luckily, this character doesn't have any, like, super duper crucially specific face expression that we need to maintain, like some specific eyebrow color or something like that. So we can go with just the regular Lego head, I guess. There we go. That scared me. I was like, why is his face yellow there? And one crucial detail that we do need to introduce for him would be glasses. I think that's definitely a must-have for this character. And I'm just trying to figure out which glasses would work the best. I feel like these look kind of accurate. No, those are not accurate. These probably are it. I feel like everything else is going to be a little bit inaccurate for the most part. Yeah, I think that's probably what we got to go with here. Is either that or... not that. No, that's definitely... Those... I mean, those don't look like reading glasses. These kind of work, but I feel like they're not nearly as, like, the right shape of glasses that he wears. His glasses are more like this sort of shape. And I guess technically we could make them like silver, because I think his glasses are silver for the most part. So I think that might be actually the way to go, because that's the right shape, and the rest of it is absolutely correct as well. So that's great. Okay, so we figured out the face. Great. So now, other details about this costume that are going to be easy. He does wear dark blue gloves. Then we need... I don't know how the heck we're going to do the turbines on his back. That'll be a tough element to figure out. This would actually look kind of cool, honestly, for him, with the shoulder pads and everything like that. Because he does have this collar, I guess you would call it, around like the neck. So it would kind of look cool, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. We will see if we can come up with something maybe more accurate. I almost wonder, maybe we should give him armor. I don't know. I feel like it makes him like look way more bulky than he really is. So I'm not sure if that's really as applicable as I thought it would be. Okay, you know what? Let's just leave that for now. Let's just do the other elements. So some of the other easy parts are going to be shoulder pads blue, wrists white. That works pretty nicely. In fact... I was hoping... Oh, wait. Can it recolor the other part? Yes! I think that would actually look better. Sort of. I mean, it's not perfect. But it does give us kind of that spike look. Which I think is pretty decent. Let's see. Maybe there's something even more accurate. So let's just take a look first before we jump to conclusions and say, like, yeah, that's the way to go. So let's just kind of check things out, check all our options before we jump to choose any one of these. Does this one have one recolor? Oh, yeah, it does. That kind of stinks. That doesn't work for us then, because we still need the shoulder pads to be dark blue. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I think that first one is really the best, because it doesn't look quite as boring. Like, this design I think is a bit more accurate, but I feel like this design is actually, like, it looks nicer overall. So I think we're better off to go on ahead and use that. And of course, I probably should take the armor piece off for now, because it just sort of confuses things about the look of the design, at least at this very moment. Okay, maybe we give him that? I don't know. I mean, like, the key is to figure out how the heck to give him those boosters. And of course, the other thing is that we could go with like a helmet look for him as well. And if we do that, then this look would be even different. But I feel like we'll go with the unmask, because for some reason I feel like he doesn't really wear the mask all that often in the show. I feel like he wore it maybe once or twice, and then I feel like for the most part he's usually like, he doesn't wear the actual helmet. Although it is a really cool design, I will say that much for it. Okay, so let's figure out, I guess let's figure out maybe the leg and the hip piece next. So let's think here. Actually, let's do the legs first because I feel like the legs are going to be really complicated. So, of course, what we could do here is a similar thing like that and basically leave it at that. And honestly, that's not really a terrible idea, but I think we could do much better than that. And I think we could wind up with a much cooler look than that. Like, this would have looked terrific if the boots were actually white. So what we're looking for are basically any type of design where the boots are going to be white, which unfortunately, I don't think there's really all that many costumes like that. Like, there's stuff like this, but it doesn't fit in color at all. And we can't recolor anything on it, so that's kind of a bummer. Okay, let's see this. What recolors on this? Well, just about everything, but it makes the boots no longer white, which is not what we're looking for here. I guess in theory you could use that, but the light blue really doesn't work very well there. Oh, wow. There's, like, barely any options, huh? Okay, well, actually, let me just see for a second. I wonder what this looks like. What recolors on this? Oh, man, oh, man. Why, Tenya? Why couldn't you use a different color boot, bro? Does this one have a solo color? I forget. What recolors on this? Okay, so if, let's say we did that, and then... Oh, sorry. We did, let's say, the dark blue, and then the white. How would that look? I mean, that's not bad, but I feel like it looks way, like, all over the place. Whereas this, at least, will be kind of more of a clear understanding. It doesn't have the jet boots, unfortunately. But hey, you know, sometimes you win some, you lose some. Unfortunately, in this case, it seems like we might have lost some because we can't really get the complete look going. Or a super accurate look going. So we want for the belt to be mostly blue, but then a little bit of white if possible on there. That would be great. I guess maybe something like that would work. That actually does look really cool. It's a little bit inaccurate, but not terrible. Again, within the limitations of the game, it's definitely something we can't complain about. No, that doesn't look good. Okay, I think that the one that we had come up with before... let me see what this looks like, actually. Nah. I feel like the one that we had come up with, this one, the Huntress one, looks really cool. So I think that'll work. Now the torso. So, how do we do this? So something like this kind of looks cool because it kind of gives us that pipe look that he's supposed to have wrapped around his chest. Going to the back. So it's kind of cool. I also, again, this is where the trickiness comes with this character. I feel like something like this honestly looks kind of cool too because it gives us the collar around the shoulders. We also get a little bit of gold because we don't have that gold from the boots down below. I feel like it kind of cool to implement it at least up here. Now, what other way could we give him a collar? I'm trying to think. Oh, wait, can't we use one of these? I mean, wait, what? So he can't have his hairstyle with that? How? They don't even touch. I don't understand. What the heck? How are those two things in the way of one another? I don't understand that. That legitimately does not make much sense to me. Okay. That's definitely not going to work. That's definitely not going to work. Could that work? Not really. Oh, man. Oh, maybe we could actually use this. So if we recolor that to be dark blue, so you get kind of the collar. Doesn't look all that bad. And then the armor. Dude, we actually kind of picked a pretty good suit. Seriously. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm actually kind of surprised. That looks pretty clean. Now, I think we can actually also use maybe a cape of some sort. I mean, there's a couple of capes that have collars around them, but like you're going to have to give them like a proper cape at that point, like this, which I just don't think is accurate at all. So I'd rather not do that. I'm just trying to think if there's any possible way where we could possibly have the... like the... Sorry. Which one did we use? We use this one, right? It actually looked cool. I like that. And then maybe somehow implement something that will resemble those pipes on his shoulders, like sticking out. Because I think that would be cool, of course, to implement if we could. Holy moly, that thing is ginormous. Yeah, I was thinking maybe if I could recolor that dark blue, that would actually kind of look decent, but that looks terrifying. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be very many ways for us to implement something. I mean, we can't give him the Mr. Freeze look. Maybe something like this, but again, I think that looks very inaccurate. Just give him this. Looks like a giant bumblebee. I mean, I guess in theory we could do something like that. So it kind of looks like the boosters, but again, I really don't like the way it looks. I think it kind of looks really lame. Something like this. Again, not very accurate, especially because the boosters have to be dark gray. So it'd be kind of like this sort of look, which I don't love. I think it looks kind of lame. Man, this is tough. I don't know. I'm almost thinking maybe we should use this for the collar. But I don't think it looks as good as the other one, honestly. I think the other one blends in much better with the costume. Maybe this? No. Maybe that. I mean, that doesn't look terrible, but the problem is I can't recolor it. If we could have recolored that gray, maybe it would have actually kind of looked decent. None of the wings are going to work for this sort of thing. That won't work. I wish there was something maybe like a belt attachment. That would actually kind of look cool if we could have done a belt attachment on the back. It would have looked kind of interesting. Of course, we could do this, which would look pretty ridiculous. Yeah, so I think the closest we're going to get with all the limitations of the game is something along these lines. And I think that that is overall a pretty decent look for Mr. Tenya from Boku no Hero Academia. So, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that is another My Hero Academia hero completed. Let me know whom we should be building next time down in the comment section below. Of course, if you don't have an idea for one, by the way, look how fast he moves. It's pretty crazy. And look at that teleportation ability. That actually looks super cool. Look at that. Watch. How neat is that? That actually does look really cool. So he phases through. And overall, again, I think we did a pretty excellent job. Let me know what you guys think. I'm genuinely curious to hear your opinions and thoughts on the one and only Tenya Iida. If you guys like the design, you don't like the design, regardless, I would definitely love to hear from you lovely, lovely, lovely folks. And of course, like always, don't forget, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, and I hope to get the next custom within the next couple of days. But it's really up to you. Hit that like button, and as soon as we reach 1,000 likes, we'll get to work on the next one. Peace out. I'll see you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.